Hello and welcome to another episode of the Untold. This is the show where we interview and have great conversations with people in extraordinary professions. For today's episode, we have Danah AlKanderi, who is an art researcher in, get this, a period of history that I think a lot of people don't know about, which is called Hellenistic. I do hope and I do wish that I got that word correct because no matter how many times I memorized it, I have a lot of fears of it. So if you are curious, if you are a history buff, if you have any fondness for historical periods, do stay tuned. We'll come right after this break. And we're back with Danah AlKanderi, who's an art researcher and I believe this is the first time I'm going to say this word. It's Hellenistic?
Hellenistic art history.
Hellenistic art history.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to say, because I'm sure all the viewers have the same question, what is Hellenistic art?
So the Hellenistic mean is a mixed culture between the Greek and the East world.
Yeah, and I believe so for someone like me who has very little understanding of history, is Hellenistic, is it like, is the word from Helen of Troy, or is that doesn't have any resemblance? Because my
N-
mind immediately goes to that era.
No, it's not the Hellen. It is the name of the marriage between the two cultures.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's called the Hellenistic.
Okay.
And after that, after the Hellenistic, it became the Roman, which was the leader Augustus appeared,
Yeah.
and it vanished the the Hellenistic Empire.
Okay. So it's obvious that you have, deep fond of history.
Yeah.
So I want to go to the roots of that fondness, right? Let's talk to you, Danah, personally.
Yes.
How were you, growing up, and how did you find your love for the history itself?
I think the Greek history is so beautiful, and I was so surprised that we have it in Kuwait, we have it in Failaka, we have it in Failaka Island, Akaz Island,
Yeah.
and Namel Island, which is so amazing that this civilization was here in Kuwait.
Yeah.
So they didn't left it like that. They left in pottery, they left statues, a building. So this is so amazing.
Yeah, honestly, you say it's amazing, and I know one of my friends who is one of the supervisors who work on Fairlica projects, and the amount of stuff they discover on a weekly basis is astonishing. He says that they keep discovering, like even to the smallest of stuff, like spoons from that era. We have so many deep hidden historical treasures there.
Sure.
Yeah. And so I want to go to the first project, or let's say the first period of history that you read, and you were like, okay, I want to pursue this. I want to take this as a career opportunity. How is that?
Um, I'm really in love with the art things that they make. So when you see the KD,
Yeah.
the KD, it's drawn like
You mean the currency? KD?
paper KD.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah.
So they paint the column of the Hellenistic column, which is in Failaka.
Yeah.
This is one of the sample, and the flora flower,
Okay.
which is the flower of the nature and spring flower. So all these things together make you want to understand why do they come here and why do they leave these things.
Yeah.
So this thing make me research more and more to understand why do they live here and what
So
they left.
so you were driven by curiosity.
Yeah.
And then at what point did you decide that it's going to be Hellenistic period of history instead of, general or broad, idealization of history?
Yeah, well, what is amazing that in Kuwait we have a lot of era, not just Hellenistic. We have Stone Age in Kuwait, we have a Bronze Age in Kuwait, we have Dilmun civilization.
Dillman.
Dilmun, yeah,
Okay.
we have Dilmun seal, a lot of Dilmun seal. We have more than 700 Dilmun seal found in Failaka in Kuwait, and we have the Hellenistic civilization. Uh, and other things we have in Christianity.
Yeah.
period, we have Islamic period. So all these things we should learn about it, we should talk about it, we should give the generation
Yeah.
information about it. I think it's so important that we discuss this with the other people and let them know what do we have.
Yeah, and I think you're right on the money there, right? Because I think in this day and age, we're kind of losing the identity that Kuwait was a very significant, historical piece of land, right? We have many battles that occurred in Kuwait. We have many, civilizations
Hmm.
that had roots in Kuwait and everything. And that is being lost a long time. So it's really amazing that someone like you is pursuing that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I wish that even in the school they teach the children about it because this is so amazing. I feel like we need to put this in our books, not just in the university,
Yeah.
even though in the schools. So important to let everybody know about it.
Yeah, and I think it's really important because, as I said, Kuwait has a very historical importance. And for a lot of younger generation, like I know from my deep personal anecdotes that a lot of my younger cousins, they have no idea about any of those things.
Sure.
And that is, it's not their fault or it's not the institutional fault, but I believe it's the social media type of age, right? There's a lot of information and it's hard to grab onto something as important as this one.
Yeah, well, actually, we make interview. We go to Mbarkiya and we ask the people about what do you know about the archaeologist site in Kuwait? So only big people knows about Alexander,
Yeah.
know about Dilmun, but the young age they're not interesting. Or nobody teach them about it, which is so sad.
Yeah. And speaking of our deep historical culture, specifically related to Kuwait, what is a historical kind of, I would say, event or story that related to Kuwait you're passionate about, that you want more people to know about?
Well, actually, people thought that our our history began 300 years ago, which is the tradition time,
Yeah.
uh, heritage time. But this is not untrue. I want to say that we have the oldest fossil in the world, which is 16 million years ago, and it is like an bones of Astigo elephant.
Okay.
It is a rare elephant. This is found in Subia area.
MashaAllah.
Yeah, and this is 16 million years ago. This is the oldest fossil that found, which is so amazing. We have the old boat figurine, and it is 800 year BC.
Okay.
This is a long time ago.
Yeah.
It uh, it it is found in Subia too. It's called people in Subia. They called Ubaid, which is
Okay.
the pottery age.
Oh, okay.
So pottery age was very big in
Yeah.
Subia, and they live there. They have houses. They have potteries. We found shelves, accessories.
Oh, MashaAllah.
So it's strange. It is 8,000 years BC.
Yeah. And it's so ironic that I was just talking about my younger cousins and now me, I don't have, a lot of information about that. Because I do remember when I was studying, history of Kuwait back in my own time, this wasn't related to any, it was just personal curiosity. I did find letters during the Ottoman Empire that were from, the Sultanate or the whatever the title for the whoever owned this land is. And that goes hundreds of years ago, but I didn't know it goes way beyond that one.
Well, I'll tell you a secret. I was studying the Greek language.
Okay,
So I'm studying like how can I read the Greek font? So one of the amazing things that in Failaka, in the Hellenistic castle, there is a stone,
okay.
and this stone was a message from an exarchos, and he talked to people of Icaros. Icaros is called Failaka in the Greek time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and he writes on it in the Greek. But the weird thing that he said in the message, أنا an exarchos.
Oh,
It
okay.
didn't say ego exarchos.
That's in Greek.
Yeah,
Yeah,
ego, it is in Greece.
yeah.
But he spoke in Arabic.
Okay.
Would that mean the Seleucus Empire was spoke Arabic?
Yeah,
They all
mashallah.
speak Arabic, so this is so amazing.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah. And especially because the only thing I'm familiar with Icarus is that it relates to someone who got too close to the sun or something? Or is that
Icarus is the same island in
Oh,
Asia,
okay, okay.
not in Asia, in Greek,
Yeah.
same. So when they came there and say it is a blessing island and it's green and beautiful, named that Icarus. So they named it Icarus.
Oh, okay. Another amazing little tidbit of information.
And Kuwait, they call her Larisia, which is the castle.
The castle.
The castle,
Is
the
that
Greek
related
name.
to a specific castle or is it just, the location?
You know, Kuwait, the old times a small country, so
Yeah.
they must make some castle to protect themselves.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Like there's Hellenistic castle in Faylaka,
Yeah.
and they named. I found it in the old maps. They named Kuwait Larisia,
Oh, okay.
which is mean the castle.
Yeah.
So that means the castle name. It is an old
It
name
is, yeah.
that put on Kuwait,
Yeah, and it's so
like Al-Kut or
yeah, I
Kathil.
was just gonna say that.
Yeah,
So
it's similar.
yeah, it's like a circle, right? It came back so many years later. We were called Coot because it was, a lot like a castle, but in a
Because they always protect themselves inside it.
yeah. And so, mashallah, you have a very deep root and understanding of history.
Hmm.
So I do want to put you on the spot and ask you if you could bring one historical figure, who would it be?
Well, I love to see Alexander the Great because he have a long journey.
Alexander the Great?
Yeah. So in the Hellenistic history, Alexander, when his father died,
Yeah,
he'd been the kingdom in a small age in the 20s.
yeah,
His dream's very big.
yeah. I do remember that they said, and this is my only knowledge of Alexander's from the movie, and I
Mm.
know the movie is not an accurate source of information, but I do remember something they said that he wanted to conquer, the world from Egypt, I think, till the east or something like that.
Yeah, well, he reached the Macedonian till the India,
Yeah,
and then after he died,
yeah,
uh, his leader, we have Batlaymus, he took Egypt,
yeah.
Alexandria, and Seleucus, he take from Kuwait, Mesopotamia till India.
Okay.
This is Seleucus Empire. And in Macedonia, there is Antigonus.
Oh, okay.
So it's been like three empire.
Yeah. And then they were all under Alexander.
Yeah, but when he died,
Yeah. And I do like the idea that Alexander was so young, and it puts into perspective
so
how,
successful.
yeah, how the world was such changing at such a rapid play speed back in the time. Yeah. And I want to ask, what specifically about Alexander the Great, outside of maybe what we know about him on the surface, that kind of drawn you into this character in particular?
Mm. There's a word he say, "Oh, my country, I paid a lot for my love for you."
Yeah.
Something like that he says.
And
And how much I love Macedonia.
yeah.
And he paid a lot till his success.
Yeah, and I think, again, because my only knowledge about it is from the movie, we could see that, we could see from, I believe they used a lot of his talks, accurate talks with Pluto, was his master or something. Like I know one of the
Aristos.
Aristos, yeah,
Aristoteles, he's his teachers.
the teacher, yeah. So
Yeah,
so I do remember they used actual, conversation between them in the movie, and I do, you know, remember myself thinking Alexander at the time was even below 20 years old, and he was so philosophical.
he was so smart student.
Yeah,
So his father, Philip II, asks Aristoteles to teach him everything he know.
yeah,
And he teach them method, he teach them philosophy, everything he know. So he loved to be educated,
yeah.
and he's so smart. That's why he's a good leader. Even though he didn't study by his own, he take his friend with him,
Yeah.
and when they grow up, they are his leaders.
Yeah, and I think that kind of shows because I haven't read the entire book, but I did read, little bit pieces of The Art of War by Sun Tzu, I believe.
Mm,
And they mentioned, I think Alexander also read that book, and in that book it's like a great leader has to be a great thinker. And that really shows in Alexander
sure.
from knowing about him and how he kind of, perceived a lot of the history. And I want to go back to you personally. Have you ever been into a rabbit hole of research? And like, what was that about? How did you find yourself about it?
Well, actually, it is so hard for me to bring books about the Hellenistic in Kuwait
Yeah.
because it's a rare book.
Yeah.
So it is since I was studying this kind of method, it's so hard to have them. I take from outside the country. I buy them from Amazon.
Oh, okay.
Some doctors they help me. Dr. Hassan Ashkarani, he gave me some books, and it is rare actually. It's not available a lot. There's a few people write about Kuwait holistic.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I have a problem about collecting this information.
Yeah.
It is rare, and but although I feel that happy because I take this hard thing and I want to know about it,
Yeah.
but is maybe not a lot of people think like I think. Like I wanted to think, how did they live here? Why did they live here? What did they do?
Yeah.
And I read these books. I like it. And about Failaka the most, there is like three temples. We have Artemis temple too. We have Apollo temple.
And what's the third?
Apollo.
Oh, okay.
Two Artemis, one Apollo.
Oh, two Artemis. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And we will dive more into that, but unfortunately, we do have to take a very quick break, but we'll come right back. And for you audiences, fortunately, we are back on the Untold with Danah AlKanderi, who has been educating us all about stuff I mean, personally, I'm going to be talking about myself. I had no idea, especially when related to Kuwait's historical relativity, I would say, to Hellenistic era. Did I get that right? Because I feel like I made a word salad there.
Hellenistic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So speaking of Kuwait, what other aspects of Kuwait, especially related to its historical, culture, that you would like to share with the audience?
Um, we call Failaka Island the mother of civilization
Okay.
because in Failaka we have different people live there.
Oh, okay.
So as a small island, it got a lot of history.
Yeah.
Like this island, we have Delmont lived 3,000 years ago. They left Delmont Seal, they left jars, they left building, a lot of things.
Yeah.
So the Delmon was Delmon civilization. There is a kingdom. There is a temple, Inzak temple, which is the only temple in the world.
Oh, mashallah.
Inzak temple.
Yeah.
There's two temple. There's temple for the normal people, and there's a kingdom temple
Okay.
for the visitors from the outside the country. They visit and they go there, like they travel to Failaka to see it. And one of the rare thing that in Kuwait, they took the shelves and they took the animal inside the shelves. They took the blood on it. It is purple. So they color the clothes purple, which is
Oh,
this
this is
thing.
many thousand years ago, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
3,000 years
Mashallah.
ago, which is this thing is only in Failaka. This color is rare because we cannot have that much shelves.
Yeah.
Yeah, but in Failaka, rich people can wear a purple cloth.
Oh, okay. So it's to differentiate between, the high esteem kind of people
Yeah,
to the lower.
uh, or the religious people.
Yeah.
So this is a high quality things. It's expensive.
Yeah.
It's rare.
Yeah.
Only in Failaka we found a thousand of these shelves.
Mashallah.
Ta-
And do you have, from your research, do you know why Failaka in specific, as opposed like maybe we haven't seen in other, areas in Kuwait?
Failaka, they have Failaka was green, by the way, in the old
Oh, yeah,
day. The good weather was there. There is a lot of water to drink.
yeah. Oh, so a lot of people lived there.
Live there,
Yeah.
yeah. So everything that you can live with it, you can have it there. They have wells and agriculture there.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, so people can live inside the island.
Oh, okay. I mean, yeah, that kind of, explains a lot of, this is a little bit of, I would say, geological fact. A lot of the modern capitals and cities are coastal towns because that's where a lot of people, used to be there, right?
Yes.
So I think for a lot of people that see now Felek as an island, it wasn't an island before, right? It was just a piece of town that was on the coast.
In the old map, the shape of Kuwait is different.
Oh, okay.
So it's not the same like now. The water was going down, going in. So the island appeared later.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so it wasn't like 7,000 years ago, it wasn't there.
Yeah. So back in those days, Felek was probably the place where a lot of people, even travelers, if they came to this land mass, they would stay there.
Yeah,
So I think that's what you were trying to say, is that that's why we have all of those things in Felek. And I think for audiences who are kind of interested in this, all of the artifacts that they find, they do put in the museum, in the National Museum.
sure.
So that's another tidbit. You can go there and just look at it. And you're going to be amazed by how many cultures there are. Thousands.
Yes.
Yeah. And speaking of museums, and this is another on the spot type question, if you were to build your own museum, what would that look like?
I think I'm so proud about what we have. And it's so amazing. I like to let people know about it. I like to help them discover what do we have.
Yeah.
So I took a lot of friends in a journey to Failaka,
Yeah.
and I teach them about the island. What do we have? It is beautiful actually to work in these sites.
It is. And I think my own impression of Felaka, and this is off topic, is a bad one because we went there with our family members and my grandpa, who, was very prankster type of person, would go out in the middle of the night and he would bang on the doors and then he would make everybody think they were ghosts. So
It
that's
is.
why my idea of Felaka is a very negative one,
No,
but
there is no ghost.
there are no
It is
ghosts.
no ghost.
It's
No.
filled with artifacts and filled with a lot of rich history.
Sure, it's a rich island.
Yeah. And for you personally, Dana, what shaped you, in terms of your research, in terms of your journey, what shaped you as the woman you are today here?
More proud.
Yeah.
More proud about what we have. More proud about our country. Uh, I wish someday this island will be all opened
Yeah.
to the all people, and they know each side to come to visit. Not only the open museum. There's a different side in Failaka. There is the Islamic side.
Yeah.
There is another Dilmun side. There is Christianity side. I wish that we open all these together, so even though the tourists will come there and see it.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
because
wish.
I remember the last time I was there, the only side that was open to the public was where the battles with the tanks and everything. So I think that was the only thing that's open back in the day. Back in the
Well,
day.
well, actually, what is open is the open museum.
Okay, so they have a museum now then.
Yeah, the open
Yeah.
museum, which have the F3
Yeah.
area, which is the Dilmun people houses, and we have F6, which is the kingdom
Yeah.
place, castle, and there is Hellenistic F5.
So let's go back to your role as a Hellenistic researcher. What is your favorite piece? Or is there a favorite piece? Artwork.
Artwork, I love the flower,
Okay.
the flora, which is the stone that put in the head of the temple,
Oh, okay.
flower.
Yeah.
And I love the Icarus stone,
Yeah.
which is the message from Enexarchos. It's
Oh,
written, it's right by Greek font.
and this is the one you mentioned earlier on, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah. And I want to go off topic for a little bit. I want to forget these questions for a while. You said you studied Greek,
Yeah,
and how is that? Because that is such
very,
a
very hard,
very hard.
very hard. I'm
Okay.
still a beginner, but it is very hard actually.
Yeah.
But it's a beautiful language.
But it is because, for me, I only know Greek as the actual country now. So is Greek their language now, or is it like ancient Greek?
Still it is,
Oh,
but
mashallah.
they write in the past, in the ancient Greek, they write the word in the capital letters of
Yeah,
the Greek,
yeah.
and the font was nearby each other. So the line will be all
Oh, so it's,
one line.
oh, okay.
You should figure out what is the word, which is hard right now to read it. But I feel interesting because not the only Icarus I try to translate it, I translate Sotilos stone. The
Mashallah.
Sotilos stone, it is the first stone that found in Failaka, and it is the reason that they know that there is archaeological site.
Oh,
The Sotilos stone written by it, Sotilos, Athena, Poseidon, Artemis, save us.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there is a Macedonian person who come to Failaka and he was saved. Then he write these in the stone.
Oh, okay.
Though after years ago, a person found this stone and he was watching it. There's a strange word, and they know that there was a Greek civilization that lived in Kuwait.
Oh, mashallah. And we have that stone in the museum, like some people can go see it,
Yes,
or
it calls it calls Citolus stone.
okay, mashallah. Well, there you go. That's a another new tidbit of historical, amazingness, I'll say. And for me personally, for I wouldn't call myself a historical buff, but I do enjoy reading history for some time. If I were to time travel, I think I would go to World War One because I'm so fascinated by the trench wars. But for you personally, Dana, what would your walk, in a park of historical period, what would you choose?
Well, actually, I enjoy watching Acropolis
Okay.
and the place and how it's big.
What is Acropolis?
Acropolis in Athens.
Oh, okay.
It is a Greek site, and the building is very huge.
Oh,
There's a big statues over there.
yeah.
It's beautiful, actually.
I think it's amazing what Greece did, as a country, because I went there maybe 5 or 4 years ago, and so many of the historical locations are still intact, right? They have preserved them so great. I would say even better than Rome or even, Naples. They did such a monumental job, but unfortunately, they don't have a lot of tourist attraction as those countries. Oh, because
I just
yeah,
watched them by movies and TVs and researched about the place. I didn't been there, but I wish someday I'll travel there because
yeah.
it is a beautiful place.
It is amazing, yeah. And when I went there, the amount of history that you can see, even like going between the buildings, you can see modern infrastructure with some ancient type of buildings. It's so, it's such an amazing type of walk. Yeah. And I want to ask you, after a long day of research, after so many hours, on books, on computer screens, what's your cool down like? What is your, how do you chill out? How do you relax?
I make myself a cup of tea and watch documentary, movie, or read some book.
So after you finish researching, you also read
Go
books.
back
Yeah,
again, and
that's
then I might be making some videos, documentary video.
and I think that's a great way to end this episode on because we kind of run out of time. But if people want to meet up with all those kind of little bit of tidbits, it's Hellenistic Kuwait.
Yes,
Yeah, and they can just go through it on social media.
Instagram.
Instagram, yeah. Well, there you go. But as I said, unfortunately, Donna Kandiri, this was amazing. We kind of run out of time. But, for me personally, as a history, I would say geek instead of a buff, this was really enlightening. So I do want to thank you.
Thank you so much for having me today.
Thank you. And that was all of the time we've had with Donna, but we'll take a quick break and we'll come right back. And unfortunately, that was all of the time we've had on The Untold. This was honestly one of the episodes that I wish could go on endlessly. I am a very fond of history. I do love reading about history. And to know so many of the rooted, deeply cultural, historical landscape that is connected to Kuwait was so amazing. This was an amazing episode. I do want to thank Dana. I do want to thank you, the audience, for staying tuned. But unfortunately, we got to end this episode of The Untold. Until next time, good night.